Welcome back to Pier Runners. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to make your restaurant reservations for your Virgin cruise.
Virgin Voyages isn't like other cruise lines. It doesn't have a main dining room where you could just walk in and eat at a specific time. They have like specialty restaurants that you have to book ahead of time, and they're all included in the fare. But because they're all included, they fill up really quickly, especially the more popular ones.
Today we're going to be sharing our strategy for booking the restaurants that you want to have to get the most out of your dining experience on a Virgin cruise ship. Virgin does keep some seats open for embarkation day where people do some reservations, you know, when they get on, but it's like 30%, 60% of all the reservations are made ahead of time.
Yeah, so unless you want to stand in line on embarkation day, doing this method will at least guarantee that you have the restaurants that you want. And if you're not happy with the times, you can also change it on that first embarkation done.
The first strategy to booking your restaurants easily on a Virgin cruise is to know your booking window, right? So if you've got a regular stateroom that would be 45 days out, go into your app, go into the dining section. In that section, it's going to tell you when you can start booking your dining reservations. So that's the first thing you want to do. And you want to make sure that you have the correct time zone. And you want to make sure that if it says at midnight, that you stay up on the correct night. So if you see the 13th, for example, at midnight, just be reminded that you have to stay up the night before on the 12th, because when it hits midnight, you are now on the 13th. It's a common mistake that people do when they're distracted. They check out the wrong time zone, or they just have the wrong calendar day. So if you don't want to be booking a day after everyone, make sure you have that correct.
The next step that we recommend doing before you even get to, midnight, the reservation time, is to write out all the restaurants that you want to go to on each one of the days. So note down the restaurants that are usually the hardest to get. So usually on Virgin, the ones that are harder to get are either a brand new restaurant, like for us it was Area, which just opened on Valiant Lady because of the refurb. The Wake is another one that's super hard to get.
That's a steakhouse, right?
That's a steakhouse and seafood. Pink Agave is very popular too, the Mexican restaurant. And Extra Virgin.
So what exactly is your approach? Are you trying to get those restaurants towards the end of your trip or towards the beginning? What's more likely to make you secure a reservation?
Okay, well, the strategy when you are booking online is to go backwards. So a lot of people go from the first day, then they're going to book their second day, then they're going to book their third day.
So if the restaurant you really want to get is Pink Agave, instead of trying to book it on the first night that you get in, everybody is rushing to do that, to book that first on their first day. So the best approach in your logic is to book it on your last day.
Yeah, so what I do is I'll book the last night of the trip, like the dinner for that last night.
With your most wanted restaurant.
With my most wanted restaurant. So for us, it was Area because it's a brand new restaurant. So I knew there would be more demand for it. So we booked Area first, going backwards. So that way I'm sure to get those restaurants, because everybody's going the other way. It's instinct. People just say, oh, first day of the trip, I want to go here.
And it bottlenecks. It's like everybody trying to rush in on Black Friday into Best Buy and they're all stuck in the door.
Exactly. So I'm going backwards and working my way forward. And I'm going to take those more popular restaurants and I'll put them at the end of my trip, because I have more chances of getting the restaurant and getting the times that I want.
And what's good about that is you kind of have stuff to look forward to towards the end of your trip. They're all good, I heard, the restaurants, but I like to actually build up the momentum,
Exactly.
And when I'm at my most relaxed is when I go sample the coolest restaurant. Plus you have something to finish off your trip like in style with,
Yeah.
There are some restrictions. On a 5-day cruise, you can only do one of these specialty restaurants once per sailing, except if they offer a brunch, right? So you could do a restaurant. So for brunches, you could book it every day if you wanted to, right?
Exactly. You can book the restaurant as many times as you want for brunch, but for dinner, you're only allowed one. I think any trip under 7 days.
Some of them don't have brunch. So if you don't see one pop up for that restaurant, don't worry about that. It's just that restaurant doesn't offer brunch.
It's actually only 2 restaurants that have.
Which ones are they?
So there's the Wake, and then the other one is Razzle Dazzle. So right now, Razzle Dazzle transformed into Area, but it's in the same restaurant. It's just you get the razzle dazzle menu for brunch.
Razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle.
Another point, if for some reason you book all your restaurants in one day, you can't get one of the specialty restaurants, it's not like you won't eat. There's still the galley, there's still like a full places that can walk up. There's that diner that's 24 hours.
There's the pizza place.
Yeah, so when we said, there's no traditional dining, that doesn't mean that you can't eat on the ship. You could eat all week long without going to any of these restaurants. So if you get 4 out of your 5 nights booked and one of them is just full, do not worry about it. There's full of cool places to eat on this ship.
Exactly.
For actual booking strategy, we do have a few tips. So what we did is we had a plan. So 2 of you, if you're sharing a cabin, you're all linked within the computer. So if I book for myself, she's automatically booked with me. You can choose to remove somebody if they don't want to eat with you. But so what you can do is you can kind of do an approach where you simultaneously try to book different nights, and it just populates your entire schedule. So that's the approach we took to guarantee that we could book twice as fast.
And a quick note, if you're traveling with another party who's staying in a different room, you can link them to your account. So make sure that you do that before you get to that booking window, when the booking window opens, because then you can book for everybody in your party. So let's say you have 2 cabins with 4 people. All 4 of you could be trying to get the restaurants at the same time if you want.
Yeah, 5 nights, 4 of you, you've got like all done in 10 seconds.
One person takes each night.
Exactly. So what we did is we had our sheet in front of us. The clock was ticking. I suggest that you close your app. This is more field than science, but as somebody who's worked a lot with computers, the best thing to do is to close your app. And the second you hit midnight, you turn it on so it populates on that initial startup with your dining activated and you can book it right away. I think that's better than having the app open and trying to make sure that your app refreshes.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to take you through exactly the steps that we did on our app. As you can see, it's 11:59, so we're just waiting for that midnight to ring to tap into our Virgin Voyages app. It did end up working, so I just scrolled down here to book my dining, and then I clicked on the first restaurant, which was area. So as you can see, you can pick your dates right up here. So I went ahead and put the last day of the cruise. Okay, so here we have all the time slots, and I decided to take the earliest time slot for that night just so that I could see the show afterwards. So as you can see, it says confirm your booking. So I clicked on that. It actually did give me a glitch. So it says, sorry, sailor, it looks like we had a glitch in the matrix. Please try again. Then the second time I tried again, it said booking already exists for the following person for the selected date and time. Please select another activity slot to continue.
So it did actually go through.
So it did actually go through, but it told me it didn't. So to double check that, what I did is I went to my planner, and in the planner, you can see your plans. And I did actually see that my area was booked for that first night. So then I proceeded to continue the reservations from there.
Also, if you're double booking, just be mindful that as you're booking, your partner or, like cabin mate is also booking, you might get a notification on yours as a pop-up. You were invited to, the wake or whatever. You have nothing to do there.
No.
So it's just notifying you that a reservation was made in your name. So that's perfectly normal. As long as you guys aren't reserving to the same restaurant on the same day, that's why it's good to have a sheet to make sure that you're staggering your approach.
Now, when you're booking the brunch, you will see a little red button here at the top that says dinner for 2 people. I just clicked on the dinner. I toggled to the brunch, and then I chose the date and the time that I wanted, the time slot that I wanted. And we did end up getting all the brunches that we wanted.
If you don't get the time slot that you want, it's better to just book one, have that secured, and try to change it at a later date, because there are cancellations, things move around.
Yes.
So you can go back every once in a while and try to edit that, right?
That's right. You can go back into the system and try to change your times or change the restaurant completely. And at the worst, like we said, you can just do it on embarkation day. As soon as you embark onto the cruise ship, you can do it either using the same app, or you can go, usually there's like a desk where a maitre d' is there, and they can accommodate you and make all your reservation changes for you right there.
So again, if you use this approach and there's one night where you can't get a restaurant, you can walk up to one of these restaurants and get in. It's just from watching other YouTubers talk about walking up is really not one of the best things on a Virgin cruise, because those restaurants do tend to be at capacity.
I also heard that Virgin implemented a new virtual walk-up. So if you want to go to a restaurant and you don't want to go stand in line at the restaurant, you can check your app and join the virtual walk-up.
Oh, that's cool.
And they'll send you like a notification as soon as like a spot opens
So like
up.
a virtual queue.
Virtual queue.
They just send you a text or something like that, or a notification if your spot opens up.
Yeah, so instead of waiting at the restaurant and doing nothing, you might as well go to a bar, enjoy a couple of drinks.
Wait in the hot tub and you're like, oh, I gotta go eat a steak.
I gotta go eat a steak, exactly. Virgin has been doing a lot of improvements on their app, because I know that there was a lot of complaints before that their app used to glitch. And for us, it went really smoothly.
The reputation for Virgin is that it's a great cruise experience, but the app was always very glitchy.
Yeah, and people had a lot of trouble making reservations. So now they changed the way that the reservations are made. First of all, they've limited how many times you can book certain restaurants. So if you're on a cruise that's less than 7 days, you can only book the restaurant once. If you're on a cruise that's longer than 7 days, 7 days or longer, you can book the restaurant twice. They've also kept like a lot more seats on that embarkation day, so that if you didn't have time to, reserve your stuff ahead of time, you still have a chance to get certain restaurants. Another way that they've alleviated the problem with having not enough seating with people is that they do shared tables now. So you can, if you're going to a restaurant and there's not enough room for everybody, they usually put you in a shared table.
If you want, they probably ask.
Yeah.
Do you consent?
Exactly. So at the worst, if you can't get the reservation that you wanted, walk up and you'll most probably be sharing a table, but at least you'll be able to try the restaurant.
Yeah, maybe you'll make some friends, who knows.
Exactly.
Is there a desktop version of this app? Could we have done this on our computer, or it's solely on a phone or iPad or like a device?
Yeah, it's solely on an app. So either a tablet or a phone, because you have to download the app and do it through that.
So this wraps up our dinner reservation tip video for Virgin Cruises. If you know of a great tip and you're a frequent cruiser on this cruise line and you've done this many times, let us know in the comments how you've done it, if we've omitted something very cool that we should add to our tip list.
And if you got any value from this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy travels. Bye.